Good afternoon or evening, or depending on where you are, and this is Delenn Russell. We're just hanging out on the Dadcraft server, and I had actually Hey Stormy, how you doing?
Hello.
I had actually just been working a little bit on the castle and stuff this morning. Nothing too exciting. Chopped a bunch of wood and such, but
Hello.
we can do a bunch of that, or else we can also just wander around and do a bit of this and that and nothing. Good evening, Benson. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shoutouts all around. Awesome. Thank you for being on the money, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. I appreciate that. Scratch, sorry. A little bit distracted today. Trying to run a couple of errands before we got the stream started. So, I'm still not quite sure what to do with the front of this place. I'm not quite sure what I think of it. I like the inset part, but I'm not fully sure I'm happy with it all, so let's see. Reference pick. Where did I put the reference pick? I was playing with some other... Just make sure I'm on the right one. There we go. I was playing with making sure that I had the reference pictures in the right spot. And we've got a single over top of my head, so that's one thing I need to change, is kick out these doors. But in the meantime, I was trying to decide which design I liked better. I forgot the doors. I want to put the doors away. Smart. SMRT. This morning, I had a lovely little splat, so wasn't a big deal, didn't lose anything, but I just felt kind of silly. You know, most of the creators have had the same kind of problem from time to time. You go in to fly somewhere, and you come down too fast, and yeah. That's really all it was, just a little bit of a splat. But it was a delayed splat, so I hit the ground hard, and then I went, oh, well that's not good. Okay, I didn't bring dirt, so let's use blocks. We'll get them out after. This one. So there's the chocolate bar effect. Oops, that's not it, I want this one. The chocolate bar effect of doing the dark wood doors. Let's see if I can get this one going correctly. Nope, not that way. This one. Nope, that still didn't go the right way. This one. There we go, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna go out the door. From ground level, see which one I like better. Like, you either get the tall striped effect, or you get the spruce one, so I'm not really sure which one I like better. So yeah, the owl would probably have a good insight on that, but to be honest, I don't know how to ask. Okay, so the image that you've got on screen there, the sketch above my head, it's kind of in a bad place if we're playing Geek Out, but it's basically the front window here, and I like the way the front window looks if we don't have connected textures. As soon as you add connected textures in these windows, they lose all definition. So, I'm lucky right now, but yeah, we're gonna lose it pretty quick. And then on the left side, I do want to keep the door. So whatever door style we end up choosing, then I need to keep that. Good evening, Mr. Owl.
Hello
Hopefully
there.
you're having yourself a fine evening. And... oh, there. I'm hearing doors? Actually, that's not what I want. Why take the long way when you could fly? I'm hearing doors, but I'm not always hearing block pickups, so it's a little bit odd. Good evening, Scrublord. Good evening to you, too. Well, we've got quite a fine crew in here this evening. Alright. You'll find me, I'm just being honest, you'll find me being a little bit twitchy this evening, physically so. I picked up a bit of a sunburn on the weekend. Not a bad one, but it's just getting to that stage where it starts to get a little bit itchy, even though it wasn't all that deep. So, okay, I've got some blocks, I've got that. I think I've got a few of these. Yes. Scrubler the Amazing. Yes, that's okay, Mr. Owl. There's no requirement that anybody has to see everything. Quick update on it while I'm in a safe spot. So let me get rid of the reference from that picture. Okay, we have now made 50% complete on this community challenge. And Scribbler is the official first tier. Might need a bit of a picture change, but it looks pretty good. I think that's actually your logo. The other... at least it's not sassy. That's a start. Alright, where did I put... let's take off the drawing. There. So that's the real place in Shrewsbury. Or Shrewsbury, depending on where you live. And so I'm kind of going like this. I haven't got the little scalloping stuff going on at the top. But that's my loose interpretation based off of the previous one. So yeah. The design I'd been using with a light matic was actually based off of Kirkstall Abbey, which is another place that does exist, far more of it intact. So that's the design I was working with. And right in through roughly where you see the scaffolding sticking out, there's actually an arch, an arch section of the building. And in reality, in the Abbey, you would have had more sticking out on this far side here, but in the modern version, they tore it off. So I figured, well, let's split the difference. Rather than trying to figure out what the extra annex and stuff would be for, I'll just leave it. But yeah. And trying to remember what this part was. In the meantime, I was noticing that when I went looking for, I was in a bit of a squirrely mood today, but when I went looking for, oh, okay. I just went and, wow. I just went and loaded up all my supplies and then decided not to do that. Having one of those days. Okay. Random blocks of I don't know where it is. Sure, we'll put those up there and I'll lose them. That's fine. I'm having one of those days where I just can't really stay focused. So one of the things that I was thinking about doing, just as a bit of a random waste of time, is go a bit of exploring. Take a look at some of the map. So I'd flown all the way out past Spawn before I actually found Dark Oak that I recalled. Works for me. And therefore, it just took a while, so I figured, okay, well, let's just fill in some of this space in between and just see what we've got. I mean, I know we've got Stormy way out to the east of me, so I mean, I could always fly out there and back, but it's just something a little squirrely to do that's different. And then I get a bit of a better lay of the land. Now, I know those of you that actually play on this server are aware that there is a website with a lot of information, like as in a version of the map with people plotted on it, showing what's been discovered so far. But I actually don't tend to use that because I completely till this very second forgot that it existed. So yeah, feeling dumb. Let's see if I can get it to work. Come on, website. Waiting for the assets. No. It's a sub something. I'll have to figure out where on earth the tag was. That's fine. In any case, actually, let me just see if I can figure this out. This one, sorry for the delay. This is a good reason they've got the piece on their map. Let's try that. It's a map, it's a map, it's a map. Oh no, well, it's not going to find that in my Discord. Yes. Map. Searching map in my own quiet Discord is not going to help. Bedrock? No. We don't want the Bedrock map. Java map? No. Why is it that I can never find what I'm looking for? Oh well. Is it the same old one? Thought it would be easy to find, but apparently it's not. Because I'm sitting on the wrong tab. See, I'm having one of those days where you never are sitting in the right spot for the right information. It's on my phone, I'll have to find it later. Anyways, I just feel like squirreling. Well, there's the one on the spreadsheet that our group has. Right, we can always go to the spreadsheet, but the problem with the spreadsheet, though, is really it only spreads out, maps the coordinates. It doesn't actually show you what's under it. Right, so coffee map is quite literally just a spread of coordinates. Now, obviously, I could have missed something really, really obvious, I guess is probably a better way of putting it. But I used to have on my phone. Let's see, can I get there from here? I would actually show you guys the process, but that's not a great plan because I don't know what's in my history. Grab some. All. Nope. Have some other devices. Anyway, I'll have to figure out if I can find it another time. Cause yeah, it's easy, convenient. It would put exactly what I was planning on doing completely out to lunch. Okay, so what is the actual address for this? Okay. Oops. Edit. Alright, so we can probably try this one. Hacker73.com / mcmaps / java / w / unmind I can't spell. Unmind .index. What's the rest of this? I'm gonna assume it's .html. To be weird. Could be. There we go. Shazam. Alrighty. So this is probably the wrong season, but I seem to be roughly in the right spot. So it is stormy. So I'm gonna go with possibly. We don't have Fantastic Shock Fox on here, just because I assume the person who's been maintaining this map has been a little bit busy. But yeah, okay, so then going between myself and Hobo Zim is incredibly fruitless. Let me just show you guys what I'm seeing, because you're not seeing it, so that's not going to help anybody. Where did I put that screen? This one. Alright. So, yeah. So we've got Hobo Zim's over there. I'm just down not too far from my head. You can even see this is definitely the right season, because there's my crazy chaotic mess. It's not updated enough to know that I've knocked out this part, but that's fine. So we've got Stormy's way out east, there, and then Phoenix and Wolfen, and there's quite a lot. So you can see Outback Joe's the middle of, like, Back of Beyond. Although I'll say the Zerks have, like, one of the weirder spots in this map. There we go. So I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a terracotta place, but it looks really, really weird from this particular angle, whatever this map is doing. It's very, very different. And there's Torvis's place. I don't dare zoom in too much just in case some people didn't want things shown. But I had forgotten this map existed till this afternoon. That happens when I have over 80 tabs open on my phone. Okay. So that means going west is pointless. But northeast might be kind of interesting. Oops. So this one. And try and see if I can. I'm just gonna throw it on my second screen just to see. Okay, so I want to go northeast from here. It does look like a mesa. I think it is. It is probably a mesa. Okay. Got the ender chest, so we should be alright. I have a travel bed. Let's make sure I actually have to start with. Because I'm good at this whole dying business. Ow. See? Hitting dumb things on the way by. Now, we're headed in a northeasterly direction. There we go. I'm also trying not to hit walls and such. Ooh. I did not know that was there. That's cool. Makes me wish I'd kept the doors, huh? What do we have? It's like playing bingo. Ooh, I want all that. That's fine. Uh-oh. Gotta get back through the roof, though. Up, up, up. Now I can breathe. Alright. That's the top one. There should be another one down below, I believe. Oh, same one. Oh, back through the door, dummy. There we go. Dun's gonna get herself killed. There's got to be another one through here. Go down this way. Down, please. Thank you. In the doorway. Map. Sure, I'll take that. Compass. No, I've got enough compasses. Okay. I guess that gives us something to do for a second or two. So on this server, we are allowed to have maps as far as I know. So what have we got? And a map o nada. That was interesting. All right. Well, in that case, oops, get back up here. Yeah. Map of nothing. All right. Well, then the nothing can be put back in the box. It controls somebody else for a change. Okay, we were headed northeast, right? Doo-doo-doo. So Stormy, no point in finding that one because it wasn't any good. Okay, northeast. Let's see what else we got. Mouth? Cold. It's more snowy. Okay, when things won't res below you and they're beyond your map resing as well. Interesting. I know I went really high in the Ys, but just because I don't trust that I'm not going to smack into it. Mountain or something. Cold ocean. Okay. That'd be nice and frosty. Ow! Too low. Way too low. Yeah. Smack. Polar bears. And Arctic foxes. Okay. Nice. Let's see. How far are we at? You're not quite equidistant between Stormy and Fantastic Shock Fox's place. I can probably afford one more run before I just squirrel elsewhere. You have to watch that number because I went down to 70 really fast. So we're in the taiga zone. Sort of. Kind of, maybe. Above the ice. This whole northeast business? Wow. Yeah. It's weird because you saw that other map earlier, and out west toward Joe's and stuff, it's an awful lot of desert. Out east, it's like frozen pants. Well, that was kind of less than fruitful. Alrighty. What am I looking for? Nothing in particular. Looking for just interesting stuff. But interesting seems to be a matter of opinion, according to this game. Right. Looking at both the maps, is there anything remotely pointed? I don't see anybody way out to the west either. Alright, well. Given that, okay, plan B. What's plan B? Plan, I guess I could get back to what I was supposed to be doing. Head on home. Ow. Alright. See, Dylan's not good at this flying biz. I would try and blame invisible blocks, but no, it's the user. There we go, we're about just over 2,400 blocks from my place. But watching in that corner, as unexciting as this is, we're not getting a whole lot of useful information. Unless I spy with my little eye. So I can do this without... Oh, good God. Yeah, I like the boat, but I don't really want to drop that fast. I went pretty high. Oops. Flat out here would be a little unpleasant. Okay. So this one's got at least negative people, negative critters. Oh, and severe chance of drowning. Excellent. Okay. That's pretty normal. Try to compete with Hobo Zim on biggest fan. Ugh, nothing on this one. I'm gonna go down on the other side, but I just need to... Yeah, there we go. Straight down. Let's not drown, please. Sorry that it's so dark. Okay, let's see if this map has anything more interesting on it. Hello, and goodbye. Oh, looks so cute. And deadly. And yes, okay. Do you have anything interesting? Alright, so if we head straight south... Yeah, that's what happens when you compete with Hobo Zim. So currently, it looks like the biggest fan redeem is trying to go for... let's see. So-and-so is the biggest fan. Where did we get to? Holy moly. Biggest fan is now going at 460. It started at 5. So yeah, I appreciate that, everybody. It's actually really, really cool. Okay, so if I go straight south, we should be able to find a treasure of some sort. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. Oh boy, 3921, 933. Well, that's my own fault. Huh, okay. Did you Splatbox? Where did... Oops, not this one. I've got to get out of here. And that was for contribution to the Lego set build challenge. Now we are over 50%. Now we are... Oops, I'm distracted again.
Oh, hello.
Now we are over 50% of the way done. And I am once again on my way to go and get my gear. Second time in 24 hours. And the last one was not bad. This one, yeah, I'm an idiot sometimes. At least I wrote it down. This morning I didn't have my spawn points, so I had to come back from spawn. It wasn't too bad, because of course you can do it from the nether. This one, not so much. Oh, exactly, Neon, totally, you deserve the shoutout. We do shoutouts for official shoutouts, for people that stream, anyone that streams. But we do unofficial shoutouts by clue spins. So if anybody wants to just shout somebody out for the heck of it, or say hello type of shout out to someone else in the channel, there's an easy channel point redeemed for that one. So rather than getting a clue, you spend a clue. Okay, now that I'm back here, I should rename this the Don't Be an Idiot box. Spare bed. Spare... Oh no, I don't need spare rockets because I have nothing to fly with. Right. Yeah, that should be enough. Oh, actually, do I have spare tools in there? No. Ooh. Well, that's real swift. I left that on the other side. Okay. I guess that box will stay there. Hope I don't need anything else. Actually, let's just fortune the box. I don't think it'll kill me. There we go. Do I have a boat? No spare boat. Okay. Let's just make a spare boat. Whoa, whoops. Don't need that much. Who needs hardcore when you've got Delenn being goofy? World's ugliest boat, which is probably not a bad idea considering that I kind of goofed, so we're all good, I guess. Okay, so map. How far am I? Oh boy. So if I look towards the death point, 2,041 blocks that away. What do we have? It's in the way. I guess the best way to do this is to go back and go over by boat, I suppose? Huh. Yeah, I guess boat's the best plan. Don't know. I forgot my cheater chat. There we go. It doesn't help that the cheater chat isn't on top. There we go. Come on. Would you say my melon and pumpkin farm is a bit full? Let's do. Oh boy. That would be the problem. I want that stuff. Yep, no problem. Now he's kind of trapped. Let's see what I can do. Okay, commands. Spell it right. Okay, I think I did that right. Oops, commands. Edit. Nope, that's not the one. Yep, that's the one. Oh, apparently I'm attempting to end up dead. Let's not do that. Been there too many times today. So I can hear Fantastic Sherlock Fox up over my head. Well, wrong command screen. Spell right. Oh, it only played half of it. Darn it. It's supposed to... Yeah, that would explain a lot. Oh, come on. In any case, you got the point. Actions. Now that I'm safe, can I actually trigger that one? Let's try this one. Yep. I'm just gonna try if I can do this instead. Nope, they haven't. Wonder why that one isn't playing the way it should. Normally it works just fine. Okay, what is this doing? It's gonna bug me, so I might as well get on it. Okay, so... yoink. Oops, wrong one. There we go. So you see what I see. I forgot I was still on that screen. The birthday target user, our target info from input. Blah, blah, blah. Commands. Set birthday SO. Birthday shoutout mod. Huh. We'll try it one more time. At least we get more fireworks, right? Yeah, it's not playing the rest of it. Okay. I wonder if I accidentally shut that one off. Birthday alert. Pretties? That's why. Because the... Okay, I broke it. I broke it. Okay, sweetie. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because I don't want to break it too much more. Where is... back to... OBS, just have to turn back on my center camera. Center display. There we go. Alright, so briefly, I'm going to shut down this one. Open up this one. No, not there. On the center screen, please. Thank you. Streaming stuff has moved. And now it is... Where did I see this one? Yes. I like to make not a mess out of people. Wait, looking for birthday alert. Properties. New stuff. Birthday, so it's up here. And then browser sources. Happy birthday. Distributable index. Guess I have to just copy. There we go. Copy the new file location because I moved things. That's the problem. Sorry, I forgot about that part. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. Now that it works, sorry not sorry, I guess?
Hello?
Hey Tiz, how are you doing? Alright, we are back to the game. So I did some running around, and in the process of running around, I went splat. Oh, and I came here and I said I was missing something, didn't I? What was I missing? If I can remember what I was missing, that would help. Tools, that's what it was. That had to come over anyways, and it was a safe spot to do that. Yeah. Exactly, Tiz. Thank you very much. And I need to remember, after it blows things out, under the birthday alert, it's supposed to make that go goodbye. But it kind of didn't. That's okay. So yes, welcome aboard. Live. There we go. Alright, so I can take off the references because we're not doing this at the moment. You guys saw me fly around a little bit with that reference screen on, and then I went splat. So I need to find myself another pick. Where did I put? Thought I had an axe. Did I lose my axe before that? Put it somewhere. With my kind of luck. Okay, well, a pick's better than a kick in the pants, I guess. I got an idea. Just temporary, so let's just... We have enough stone. Why don't I just make some... cobble... Oh, which one is this? Efficiency 5? Ooey! All of those are... Not efficiency, sorry. All of those are silk touch. So I can't. Well, that's even dumber. Wow. I really didn't think that one through. That's okay. One of those just temporary anyways, and I probably won't need it for anything. There. Okay. Boat, food, a couple of tools. We should be out of here. Oh, wrong side of the building. Okay, let's go get the stuff. So for those of you that had come in this evening, aside from me being silly and squirreling onto that particular birthday piece, you can actually... I believe I've got set birthday configured here. Set birthday set. Edit. Who's got access to that? Looks like everybody and their dog. So if anybody wants to get their own birthday set in there so that we can, you know, easily tease you as well, go right ahead. And then birthday target user that we had seen earlier, I believe is the one that's meant to be done for... Yeah, it's the one that mods use to set birthday on your behalf. So you can either do it yourself with set birthday, or if we just do exclamation point birthday with whatever the user is, then that's for the mods. So yeah. That's what Fantastic Sherlock Fox went mobile for, actually, because he's off to head out to the pub to meet with his mother for dinner. And then I'm going to join him when my stream is over. So in the meantime, I'm going to just be squirreling a lot, getting back to, hopefully, the spot where I lost all my good stuff before it goes goodbye. I don't think I'll get there in 5 minutes or anything, but I'm hoping I won't be timing it out. I'm just going to make a beeline because it's only, what did I say, 1700? That's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, I can probably go around some of these pieces. And no, squirreling and going splat was not meant to be the whole purpose of wasting time. I actually was legit just headed back. I was going to get to work on the Abbey. More or less picking up where I left off. But as you can see, that was kind of not to be when I went squish. I don't know if Fantastic Sherlock Fox managed to get a clip of that one. He got a good clip of my oops this morning, but I don't think he got one of this particular oops. Oh, Oswin? Sometimes your timing is great, sometimes your timing is terrible. Oh. Alright. Guess we're gonna go over here and go overland. Oops. Into a tree. That's not towards the objective. So yes, mental note, I should probably buy a spare pair of elytra because of the number of skeletons and stuff in between here and there, and the amount of snow between here and there is a little disconcerting. Go away! Skellies, I don't need you. I'm not talking to you right now. I have a job to do. Got as far as the spare armor, that's nice, but I didn't get as far as the spare elytra yet. Like I may have mentioned this morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I have been sort of co-mining. Good evening, Casey Grandma. How are you doing today? Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I have been co-mining in... Not really co-mining. He kind of mines for me. I didn't initially ask him to, but then there's supplies that some of them I just don't have, and so on. So, he makes it happen, right? Ow. Diamonds are one of those things that he's been finding a good amount of, but I just feel bad taking them, even though they're offered. Ooh, geez. Well, that's, okay. What are we gonna do about that? Oops, not that. Well, first off, gotta sleep. Ah, yes. I'm playing on the Java server, or the coffee server, or the Dadcaf, I guess, is what I like to call it. But I went splat and dropped a bunch of my stuff, and so I'm sort of on the way back to getting it, slowly. I can actually even get to the coast, that might be nice. And it was actually my own fault, because I was squirreling, thought, oh yeah, let's open up some of the map, and realized that there was no point, because that direction is incredibly frosty. So that was great. I thought, well, I'll come back, no worries, we'll just get back to the Abbey. Nothing too exciting, and, well, yeah. Apparently not as prepared as I thought I was, because all the pieces that are spare pieces, which are really useful for that sort of kit, are, not in the box. So that would have made sense, but they're not. I'll have to come back there. And I took a side squirrel, fixing a notification to everybody that I didn't realize was broken. So Fantastic Sherlock Fox got shouted out fireworks a few times for his birthday. And a cheesy cake with... I forgot that the Happy Birthday song attached to it was so incredibly cheesy, so I'll have to find a different one. Like, music boxes are cool, but that's probably a bit much. That doesn't mean I won't play it at least once more in the stream, but probably closer to the end. So this splat is mostly just came down too hard, too fast, I think. But it was my own fault. All right. Today, actually. Today. Generally, he's one of the ones that doesn't tend to make a big deal out of it. And sometimes I don't know if he's really all that pleased that I made a big deal out of it. Where are we? Okay, let's see if I can go to the west. Aha! There's my stuff! You know, I think I just figured out another one of those sound clips I think I need. It's from The Wizard of Oz, when the Scarecrow is talking to the other characters. I think I've mentioned this before, I just haven't done it. But talking to the other characters and saying that, you know, what happened? He's referring to what the flying monkeys did. And the Scarecrow's response is along the lines of, well, they took out my chest and they threw it over there, and they took out my hat, you know, my leg stuffing, and they threw them over there, and put 3 or 4 other little things, and then it's like, well, that's you all over. I think that fits really well with the way I tend to splat. Let's see how much of this stuff we got back that makes sense. 4 inspiration, 3 unbreaking, 3 mending. Okay. This has to come off for those, which they could use some repair, that's pretty sad. Caught 3 mending pants. Okay, we're fine. Feather Feather 2, prots 4, bending and breaking depth. These ones have depth striders, so I need to swap. Other than that, I think this and that are the same. That and that are the same. Get this one out of the way. I need a boat. Don't like that. There. Okay. That should be the works. And the cake was a nice thought. The extra code that counts. Yeah. Interesting way of putting that. Alright. So, I died and went kersplat. And now I need to figure out what it was I was even here for. Why did I die and go splat? Ah. That would be why I splatted. And I have to go east because my character's not big enough. Eat. Eat, 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 eat. East. And then some north. So obviously I did this wrong. Now let's go this way. I'm sure he appreciated that, Mr. L. Where are we on this map? Aha. I have a nose on the boat. Excellent. Okay, so we should be on the 9s in the chunk. F3. Where are we here? Chunk relative. 2, 8, 9. 9. And then, oops, I'm standing diagonal, it's not going to help. This way, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, it's underwater. Okay, what do we got? You know, if I was thinking about this in advance, I would have actually had a door. And there'd be no door in there. I have materials to make said door, so we'll go with that. Okay, let's grab this. Pardon me. Put away the extra pieces. Things like sharpness. This is the one I should have had. That's my spare. There. Okay, put that away. And that away. I think that's every. Oh, no. This one. And those. There we go. That should be the works. Yeah, I think that's it for. Oh, safety bed. There we go. Everything else is the extras. Diamond. Oh, oh, and the axe. Okay. And then the precious box. I'll have to come back for that again. Put these, those, that, those, and this. Just about everything else doesn't really matter, right? Okay. So now we've got ourselves. Where did I put this? Crafting table? Biggest fan is now Scrublord at 460 points, which means next up would be, it's going to cost you 465 points, I'm assuming. Thank you very much, Mr. Owl. I appreciate that. All right, what do we have here? I was looking for doors, right? There we go. Doors, that's what I'm looking for. Perfect. I'll put one of those in my safety box, too. Didn't think about it. And of course I'm carrying one. Why? Dylan is nuts some days. Alright. So, we should be basically right underneath the ice. Down, down, down she goes. Oh, good lord. Okay, where are we? I know it's dark. 9. 9, 9 is it this way? Yes, that's good. That's what I thought. Down. I didn't see it so far. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Sure. What did I get? Water breathing. Nice. Okay, I don't need that. Cooked salmon, why not? Part of the sea, yay! So that was worth it. Well, I don't know if it was worth it, but it was worth doing the trip. Watch me not be able to get back up through my breathing hole. Yep. Exactly what I expected. Okay. Because it froze. Hello? Not under there. Here. Thank you. Oh, fun. Okay. Go. Done with that. This one, that one. Like, how much do I care? Huh. Oh, perfect. Actually, that works out really nicely. Where did I put? There. I have 2 of these. And then I can make 2 of those blocks. That'll save the space I needed. Put that there. Oh, of course. Sure. The other part is I have an iron farm, so why do I really care, right? No, not that. This. Then after this, we'll see if I can fly home without getting broken again. Ice, I don't really need you. Okay, so I need more rockets than that. Somehow I think I'm down a set of rockets. I don't know what I did with them, but I'm not going to worry about it. Not leave a trace. Oops. Nope. I need to put the safety box back, because if I don't put the safety box back and I go splat on the way home, this becomes all kinds of bad news bears. Take that. Why not? It stacks. Okay. Perfect. Where is home? Home is that away. Am I wearing? Okay, good. If I can do this right. How high does it go? To be honest with you, Mr. L, I have absolutely no idea. But I'm not sure we really want to try it. I do know that on the way I had seen one of those portals. Nope, not there. Cutaways. Okay. We're gonna fly straight over it. I really don't know how high that goes. There it is. So I can land in the water! Yay! And not die in the water. Outdoors. And I can make these, it's not a huge deal, but crying when I can't. Hey Hobazim, how are you doing?
Hello.
I'm not used to them being so horizontal like this. Oh, uh-huh. That would explain a lot. That worked better. It's like I can't see a thing. And unfortunately, I don't have dynamic lights that work underground. Underwater, I mean. See, I can do that and it doesn't do anything. And there goes the gold block. Come on, I want the gold block. Thank you. No, sir. Where are you? I hear you. I do not see you. That's a problem. You're like right on top of me and I can't see it. That'll be it right there. There we go. Got him. Weirdly, I'm seeing more out of the preview on your screen. Like for the, what you guys are actually seeing, than I am in terms of what I'm getting on my screen. I don't know why, but my gamma is terrible compared to yours right now. Not sure what happened there, but yeah. Part of why I'm derping so much about this. Okay. I think that's probably all that's worth grabbing. Think, maybe? That's about the size of it. Okay, let's just go straight up. Pick up whatever we dropped. Don't really need the netherrack. That'll do. But what else did I forget? The game thinks I forgot something. Oh, it's probably down below. I don't see anything. Okay, game. You're wrong. There's some more obsidian. It's about the size of it. What is Grimald Place? So, you're seeing the community challenge, I suspect. So Grimald Place is, in the Harry Potter books, Spell of Grimald Place is the home formerly owned by Sirius Black, where the Order of the Phoenix met for a while. But unfortunately, of course, spoiler alert, Sirius Black meets his demise, therefore Harry Potter owns the house at one point. And it's the home of the wonderfully awful creature. Just a bad house elf. Like, I mean, he's just, over time, he's become incredibly bitter because he used to work for the Black family and is one of the house elves that believes in the superiority of pureblood wizards and was very unimpressed that Sirius Black was a pureblood sympathizer. So the Lego set is 1,083 pieces, and so I would be doing that build probably on a Friday, most likely, but we'd find a good date and time to be outside my normal routine, and I would start at the beginning and just keep on trucking until it's complete. The last time I did one like that, the last build I did like that, I think I did Dumbledore's office, and that one was only like 680 some pieces or something, so we're looking at another 4,000 pieces? Yeah. So what's neat about it in the... Oh, why am I on foot when I don't need to be? So what's neat about it in the Lego sense is they actually have managed to find a mechanic. Let's see if I can do this without getting hit by the trees. They've actually managed to find a mechanic that is able to get them, like, actually have the house disappear in between its two neighboring houses. So, yeah, worked out quite nicely. Realizing I'm really high, so I'm just trying to be careful coming down, because, you know, splat on my own construction is just even, well, I shouldn't say even more embarrassing, but at least as embarrassing as the splats I've had so far today. Yeah, so that's the house, is the Grimald Place that was owned by Sirius Black and then Harry Potter. And I do believe this one may actually have the house elf in it, in the creature. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting into that part. But I mean, it's one of those ones where if you guys are interested, I will do it as a stream. And if you guys are not interested, So if we don't meet the goal in the 30 days, then I may do it on Twitch. Not Twitch, sorry. Pardon me. I may do it on YouTube anyways, or I may just do it for myself. Yeah, that's fine. And it's not really meant to be an everyone else into it. I mean, the way I see it is, yes, I'm into Harry Potter. Not everybody else has to be. And truthfully, it's one of those things where it becomes pop culture in terms of being that thing that, you know, 20 years from now, when we look back, when we look back now at the 80s, we talk about, you know, 80s pop culture, what was the stuff that sort of everybody needed to know about, and if you didn't know about it, you're kind of on the outside of the loop. And so I think the existence of Harry Potter and the silliness surrounding all of that has become one of those pop culture things. In the same sort of way that, like, people who've I don't know, lived under a rock and have absolutely never ever heard of Star Wars in any way, shape, or form, you know, they're a little behind the 8 ball on that one. So getting social with other people is challenging because they don't always have the context. That one's fine. Sounds good. Me too, but now there's a big caveat to this. I quite like Harry Potter, the content. I'm well aware that not everybody does. I'm well aware that there are people who disagree with the fact that people like it. To each their own. I am also very well aware that there are some that take a stance over what the author has said with regards to the Harry Potter books. What I mean by that is some very ugly comments. Not that I mean those comments, but as in, that's what I'm referring to, some ugly comments. I do not support what they've said, but the other way I look at it is, A, it was a world designed for kids. B, the writer wrote about what she personally knew at the time. And C, a lot of these nasty comments were made after at least the initial books were written. I can't say for sure it was before all of them were written, though my gut wants to say so. So that means that the thing was already, or pardon me, the world, etc., was already a chaotic mess of popularity before she said much of anything. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because I've also been accused of being two-faced for liking and doing Harry Potter stuff on stream, and yet still claiming I'm open to everybody. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, it's not, I'm not looking down on anybody if they don't know about it or don't like it. It's just, as I say, to each their own, and please let us do that. Okay, where are we here? So we've got tools. They're all back where they should be mostly. It's missing the food for restock, so I need to put that back. That's fine, just in case I need a dump stuff box. I need a crafting table and some random wood. That will do. I can just about always get some cobblestone or whatever if I need to. Yeah, I agree, Mr. L. I agree. I mean, there's the flip side of it being that I've had people that I've talked to where I expressed an opinion in a place that was supposed to be warm and safe in that sense, and it was sorta. What I mean by that is that it was all crickets for the longest time after I said something about not being comfortable with a certain type of individual just due to my pure lack of exposure to that sort of individual. And it went nowhere. And then, which is fine, but it was kind of like, okay, that's not great. And then, but I kid you not, within about 15 to 20 minutes of me deleting that comment from the Discord I'd posted it in, and I just generically commented something about literally having a bad day, 7 or 8 posts flooded in, all supportive of that. But it's people who I knew were online during the other part, so it's like, okay, well, you live, you learn. Sometimes you're smart about things, sometimes you lose. And that's the way life goes, you know? Now that I have a heart of the sea, I don't know what I want to do with it. Yeah. I get easily defensive about things, and that's dumb. There you go. It's quite dumb to be defensive about it, but just want to be totally, annoyingly open and upfront on that. As the annoying part was not meant as such, but just upfront and open in that I see a difference. Many people would not, so yeah. But anyway, suffice to say, let's go and return to this. I've got the heads box over here, this one and that one. I'm not keeping them separate for any reason other than I just haven't mixed them together. So we've got player heads up top. We're slowly collecting player heads in that row, and then I just ran out of space in the bottom here. Oh. It's an actual Phantom's head as opposed to Phantom Limb because he's not on this server. Yeah. This one's courtesy of CJ, so I appreciate that one very much. Because there's no way I'm going after one of those myself. And that's about it. I don't have Fantastic Shock Fox's head yet, which one would think I would, but he was not super keen on the whole PvP thing at the time, so I wasn't going to push the point. Okay. I made a boo-boo. I'm just going to quickly rectify. There we go. I was mucking around with my settings because there's the opportunity to... Well, I was looking into whether or not I could actually get the preview from OBS to be click-through enough that I could actually put an overlay on my own screen, seeing the pop-ups, seeing the stickers, seeing the cool things happening, all that sort of stuff, like you guys do, and just play through it. So I was playing around with whether or not I could actually get those to align properly. Thus far, the answer is no, but I haven't stopped trying. In any case, what it does mean, though, is... Oh, that's a birch boat, isn't it? What it does mean is that I was trying to put those things in my screen, and I turned off my toolbar, like the taskbar at the bottom, which is all well and good, I just don't know what time it is. So now I've got it. Like, time check! Yes, exactly, Tiz. Exactly. The flying buddy bats as opposed to the very kind and friendly player. Well, on the other hand, the way I look at it is if I'm not open to be clear about, or attempt to be clear about what my stance is on things, then I personally don't feel comfortable having a stance. That sounds funny, but if I'm not willing to express it, doesn't mean I have to, make a big show and tell or song and dance out of the whole thing. Okay, so what do we have? A chicken, yay! Put that one in there too. So it hasn't jammed while I've been running around. Good, I thought it would. How are we doing on there? Yeah, that's fine. It'll stay unjammed for a bit. What have we got? 40 minutes? Okay. Like, how can we scroll for 40 minutes? Actually, we'll go back over here and get back to sort of what we were doing. Now, can I do this without actually going splat this time? There we go. Much better. Okay, just taking a quick pause to put that photo back up. References. Sorry for it covering the chat. Thankfully, you'll have some at the bottom. How do I put this? I actually think that the idea of psychological safety is a fallacy. Because it's all dependent on how others will choose to treat the situation. Right? So, you're not really safe anywhere unless you're thinking that you're with somebody else you know is not going to make a mess out of it. Does that make any sense? But I mean, that's basically the case with any type of safety of any sort these days. Okay, so you can sort of see what I was going for. It's not great. I'm looking at this going, I don't think I like the dark oak after all. As much as the banding on the spruce doesn't line up, and as far as I know there isn't a way to make it line up, I might still go with the spruce anyways. I don't know, what do you guys think? I can do the double door at the bottom. I don't like the gold, but I can do the double door. It's actually not going to have a gap in the middle, as you can see from the photo. Like it's going to be a side-by-side door. But unfortunately, we have ourselves an even, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We have an odd number. When to do the doors, it should be even, but then that messes up everything all the way up. So I mean, I can make it really wide. That's a possibility too. But so while I get more supplies, so which did you guys like better? The oak or the spruce? And yes, I have to take these down. There. That's more realistic. Funny, after all that flying, you land and it feels so slow to be walking around. Or even running around in game. But yeah. So in any case, all that foofara to say that I have the points challenge. If people like it, then I will build Harry Potter themed Lego on stream. If people don't like it, that's their prerogative, you know? Alright. What I need? That. I am missing... No? These. Yes, exactly. Now here's the thing. For me that goes outwards. It doesn't go two ways. So as in, I can't look at the mirror and say, you know, I like that person in the mirror. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't like the other people. You know? Yes, exactly. Okay, anyway. Wow, that's morbid. That was not the intent. And the other funny part is I got asked by somebody on Twitter last week. They tried to DM me. And they sort of said, so why is this the second season running you're building a religious house? If you claim you're not religious. It's like, well, because I like the architecture. But yeah, this person just didn't like that answer. Alright, so I'm going to go back in here. First off, I'm going to square this one. There, that looks a little better. And then I'm going to double up the blocks on the top. That sounds weird, but there's a... you can see in the picture that it's got sort of an angular stripe that's actually wide enough that I can probably get away with having more layers of brick. So take this one out and make this one, and then one block below duplicate all the way along with the they got the brick. So we've got 2 bricks up there, which means 2 bricks here. Yeah, I'd be about as much sister as Whoopi Goldberg. So yeah, not so much. Okay, there's the gap 1. This one, that's from the top of the window. The gap. So would this be? Yeah. That would be not going to look right, but we'll go with that. And this one should be regular stone anyways. I did that wrong. 1, 2... I think that one is going to be a brick. And I think the one in the corner down there is going to be bricks as well. I will admit, I actually quite like the Sister Act movie. A lot. Oops. Huh. That looks kind of janky. It does the job, so I might leave it, but yeah, I don't really like it. Gotta figure out what I want to do with that. But I quite like that movie, actually. It's funny, there's a lot of that movie I would like to share with my kids, but the early portion the whole bit about why the Dolores character is getting, or why she's being hidden in the Abbey in the first place. Yeah, not quite so family friendly. Okay, how do I get? I was gonna say, how do I get in there? Which is kind of dumb because it's not going to have a door long term. Bet you have to tear out this part. I haven't done that yet. There's a lot of the latter section of the Sister Act movie that I really like. Just because it's fun, and the fact that I really do think I would see just about anything Whoopi Goldberg did if she was regularly doing Broadway or something like that. Doesn't even have to be Sister Act. I just think she's really good, and I would totally watch Catherine and Jimmy on Broadway anytime as well, because I just think those ladies are very, very talented. This one, that one, this one, and then that should be. So we got brick. For now, we'll just do it that way. I think this one should be brick for the top of the window, which is going to look really weird to the rest of it. That's why I don't really like it. And then this one. Hello. All right. Not perfect, but it's getting a lot closer. And I mean, being Minecraft, you know, I can go at this all day, and it's not going to make it a whole lot better. But that lower window edge, the bricks actually need to be in line with the bottom of those windows, so I'm going to try that, taking that out first. Once again, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because this is all related to a fictional book, so why I even care? It's just me being picky. As someone put it so kindly this morning, what is it? History nerd meets creative artist meets something else. Something Tiz said. Yes, no, I agree. I'm so glad they asked that. But they were quite puzzled, because the last one I did was an Anglican church, and this one is a Catholic Abbey. And by the way, in case you're curious, you probably have already figured this out, but no, abbeys are not always with nuns. That's more common, but it's not always the case. This one is actually the Abbey of St. Peter and St. Paul. But yeah, I can kind of see too, it sort of follows a little bit that I'm making weird, or it can make people feel a little bit uncomfortable and not really sure. But I guess if I'm making religious structures, then it's pretty obvious I'm going to be a family-friendly channel. That's one that's sort of hard to miss. Wow, okay. There is a random factor to the fireworks. There is a random factor to that, which I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Casey Grandma. And the random factor just ends up being that every once in a while you'll get a lovely fireworks explosion, like you guys just saw. Alright, so we're now out of the building. I think this will do. Yeah. Look at the left-hand side. And then we get to figure out what to do with the towers in behind. And I'm starting with the more complicated part of the reshaping. So, as I mentioned this morning, this is based off of Kirkstall Abbey. Don't ask me exactly where that is. I know it's part of England, I think. But anyways, my geography is a little sus at any given day of the week. But that's where the original design was, and so I'm trying to make it look a little more like Shrewsbury, where the books take place. But a lot of it, there's buildings that it's not totally clear what they're used for. And this is also the easier part, or this is the harder part of the design section. And then after that, it's mostly just making the rest of the place rectangle. So, for example, fly up here. Yoink. So for example, this weird little black section, which I don't even know what it's for. Oh, it's the warming room. Okay, whatever. I can move that. And this whole section across the back actually should be rotated 90 degrees, which I didn't think of when I built it, so I'm going to have to tear that part out. And then I can build the warming room on this end, so that's not a problem. This will be part of the infirmary, the kitchens, and then the refectory. That's this big dining hall-esque piece in the middle. And this is actually the kitchens here. I can just shove that out onto this end. It's not a big deal. So, well, it sounds like it's not a big deal. Conceptually, it's not a big deal. But I need to actually do it. And this part is just squaring off the tower, which you can see we've got easy direction on. And I have to figure out at what level I'm going to tear out part of the tower. So probably somewhat in line with what would be the roof in this next section here. There's supposed to be another building, like a height part that comes out in this zone right next to the wall. I'm not really sure I'm going to bother, to be frank with you. I actually kind of like the way it looks, and I really want to get on to the next stage, and it's not critical in the books. So the front sort of looks like the real place, and I might call it a day based on that one, and then start getting on to chopping this stuff up, because there's a lot more to do with that. Alright. So, that's where we be. So let's see, the 12 Grimo Place build, we are now at 57% with 18 days left. It also seems to be, there's a max amount per stream. It does not appear to be per day that the contributions can be. So for those of you that contribute in the evening, you don't necessarily have to do it all at once. If you happen to get bored and are at work on Wednesday or something, mornings and afternoons work. Now, weirdly enough, I heard that you could do contributions between streams. I've never tried it, to be honest with you. So yeah, can't help on that one. Okay, so I still don't know whether I want to do spruce or oak. Oof. See, my big problem with the dark oak is literally that it doesn't have the same squares match up. It's kind of like a chocolate bar thing. Actually, I have another idea. Of the two designs, I like the oak better. But I still do want to keep this part and tear out the wall inside. So maybe what I'll do is technically make this the entrance and completely turn this one all into trapdoors. That would solve a lot of headaches. Alright. So where is this one? Is it there? Nope, that's the stupid little gap that shouldn't even be there. I'm not sure why this one was here. This little spot. But both this one and its neighbor on this side are very happily gathering creepers and skeletons. So, and I've had zombies in there too. Okay, let's take out this part. Look at me. Where does the roof come to? It looks like they've got a roof right across here. Block there, so I should probably put this one back. And that one. Oh, whoops. Nope. There we go. I can tear all this out inside. And that means I can solve my door problem. Obozim has left the game. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So my intent on Tuesdays is I believe the Fine Stormy Owl often does Tuesdays. Therefore, I don't want to step on any owl feathers. Not to mention that we've got the Fantastic Shock Fox birthday dinner. So I will not be running long tonight, not intentionally. So just giving you guys the heads up. If you're one of the ones that prefers to hang out with the birds afterwards, then definitely do keep that in mind that I will not be bogarting their time. Now let's see what do we got on the outside. Oh, why thank you, Tiz. Like, we have that little weird gap. It's on the inside, right? I just mentioned it's past this wall. I have no idea why it exists, because it looks like it's right underneath this panel as well. Like, whatever, I don't know. Okay, let's take out... I think it was honestly, in truth, probably a cheater, based off the fact that they were doing these arches. And it's just a cheater way to make all the outdoor windows and stuff work compared to the inside. No, she didn't abandon. She doesn't abandon. She just went to prep. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. I've had plenty that actually disappeared entirely. I've had a few that have actually, you know, said all kinds of things. Like I've had good ones and I've had bad ones. Some say, yep, I'm going to go prep or do whatever, and I've had other people go, you know, you kind of suck, so I'm going to go wait in so-and-so's queue. I'm like, thanks. I like you too. Alright, because people are free to come and go as they choose, right? That's what free will's for. There's your religious moment for the day. Dell talks about free will and free agency. Ooh. Apparently, according to some denominations, there's a difference between the two, but I'm really not going to get into that today, because that's a bit of a mess. Okay. I'm just going to take a look and see if this matches on the outside wall. Like, why do we have... Let's see, is there any way I could actually just get rid of this secondary wall here? Actually, if I bring it out, match it with the roof strip, just make this tower a little bit more weird shaped and as opposed to square, that'll probably work just fine. That's just... So I actually need to count now. Oh my. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, then it wouldn't have been square anyway. Do 7 by 8, right? 2, 4, 6, 7 by 2, 4, 6, 8. 7 by 9 is a much easier number to deal with anyway. Whatever. Obozim. Bop. Tag, you're it! Gonna go watch someone. Well, enjoy! Lurk, not lurk, whatever. You know? We're here to be... I like... An example in point, okay, is that I did not realize my usual stream, which I've had for nearly a year, happens to now be 1 hour later start than one of our other fine friends on the server. Who was it this morning? Was it Poppy that was playing this morning? I think it was. It was either Poppy or Poodle. I think it was Poppy. But anyways, well, I'd love to watch you. I think it'd be awesome. But yeah, it was either Poppy or Poodle. I can't remember who it was this morning. Was doing their fine work. And I didn't realize I was started later, like an hour later than them, but it's one of those ones where it's like, okay, well, I just have to acknowledge that I'm going to split the crowd. People will do what they want to do, and, you know, it is what it is. Eh, whatever. Okay, see, the thing is, if we're all very carefully trying to cog match each other's streams, and not stream at the same time as somebody else, then we're not necessarily being as genuine about the following that we're building. Does that make any sense? It sounds conceited. It really, to me, it sounds conceited, anyways. But that's just, I guess that's just one possible take on it. Okay, so this is the wall I wanted to keep, right? Because it's part of the arch. Which means I just want to seal it at the other end here. Right across. Which is weird because it cuts back by 1. Okay. That's why things look strange. Yeah, well that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. But I just mean it becomes a matter of you watch who you want to watch, right? You enjoy who you want to enjoy. And far be it from me to tell anybody who to be with or really... I like you guys to pieces, I really do. But I care enough to attempt to be interesting, and that's about where it ends. This is not working right. That's probably why it was done the way it was done. Alright. Geometry. I'm good when it comes to school math on geometry. Practical math, not so much. Okay, the other part about it is if I bring out the tower, I change all this back part, which is fine. Then this bit, let's come back one. I could treat it like a facade. I see the part that was expired, Hopozim. I get that. Hopozim's comment had expired. I didn't get a chance to say it. He says, when I have time to stream, I definitely get the you suck. I'm a... And then that's where it stopped. Because my screen didn't keep more of it than that. Don't know why. What did it say here? Yeah, I'm gonna go watch somebody else. Yes. I see that was where that was going. That's... Oh, I was gonna say, I'll tear this down, but that makes no sense either. Horror. Horror. It's like dealing with villagers. Horror. That's okay. And yeah, it doesn't like the you suck phrase because it could be referencing something specific that's inappropriate and non-family friendly, and I see that, I get it. But come on. Sometimes I wish that we had AI editors in here just because sometimes I'm getting to where I can play around with ChatGPT bots that are far smarter than the auto mods in my Twitch. You know, they can take a look at it and going, this is totally not what the person meant. Therefore, we're not going to be stupid about it. But, you know, I can rant about that all day. And honestly, if anybody's going to rant about stuff like that all day long, Mr. Owl's far better at it than I am. Give him credit, you know? If you need a comedy routine based on cynicism, he's got far more chops at that than I do. So I'm just tearing down this wall. And I don't do very good Reagan impressions, so I can't even make reference to Gorbachev while I'm at that. Old politics and stuff. For those of you that haven't heard, and many of you have, I have a bit of a constant soundtrack in my head. I'm just one of those people. No, it's not a multiple personality thing or anything like that, just for clarification's sake. But no, it's just that different things people say or do, or even I say and do, will suddenly remind me of song snippets, movie quotes, famous television quotes, and on and on and on. The list is just somewhat endless. Result, plain and simple, result is that things sometimes pop out, and I think about it afterwards going, maybe that particular quote reference wasn't the smartest thing, but it's been said. So, yeah. Is a thing, if you know me now. What little good it does? Alright. Ow! Come on! I swear, sometimes jumping down, in order to avoid damage, you end up getting more hurt by attempting to, deploy your parachute, so to speak. So, can't win them all, I suppose. And is there a window here? No. Ooh, I'm moving by 2 blocks though, so I can handle this. That's not a problem. Not that bit, this bit. Okay, so then I could take that and move it 2 blocks over. Ow. Dang phone, it bleeped you. Yes, it bleeped you. Exactly. I don't know why, initially, but then I saw it. I was like, okay. Then that's where the content came from, talking about needing an AI to look at context, for crying out loud. Oops. Okay, then I can jump over here. Oh, that'll do. Two pieces. One, technically there's supposed to be windows on this side, which if they're only 3 wide, it wouldn't be a problem, but now that I've got... Oops, well, that was dumb. Because I'm trying to shift everything by 1 from the bottom. FMRP, she's missing it. Missing it today. Okay, so I'm actually going to put in the regular wall and then take it back out again. Yes, that sounds weird. But I'm going to take it back out again when I come to doing the window. Like the time at Bleep Neon when we were talking about food. Exactly! And what's funny about that is that was probably my chat, but yet you notice that this time it did not. And it's not that we've added the words, because we certainly haven't. It's actually a case of the fact that I realized at the time I had a bot that was being incredibly self-centered and doing the whole, it knows better than me what I want to have bleeped. It's like, no, you don't. You really, really don't. Oh, no, it's not right. This one is coming up the middle. We just plain blocks there, and then one above my head. 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that should be better for now. Then I need to fix this mess. 10 minutes. 10-minute warning. I'm still constantly amused by, and I wouldn't say amazed by, sometimes dismayed by, maybe, the timing that Bot or Oswin has from saying things. Now, I know it's a bot. I set that up, right? That's the idea. But, sometimes the things it chooses to say and when it chooses to say them just seem a little fortuitous in weird ways. Okay, so almost there. Why am I building this in... Oh, I'm inside the wall. That's not good. Let's just make this, actually, let's make it 3. Escape. 4. And then camera 3. We'll deal with that. Not outside the walls. Here we go. Okay, so I come up straight on this one and repeat on the next one. Beat you to it, Fox. Alright, so this one should be plain except for a couple of spots in the middle. Go back down. Oh. So plain, 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 plain. Block. Plain, plain, plain. Come on. My timing is off. There we go. So if I do this one, yeah, that looks better. Whoa, through the trees, okay. And I dropped the crossbeam on the sides, so I need to drop this one as well, but I'm going to tear it out the window. And this bit doesn't have to be as high as it is. What do I want to do with that? Okay, well, first things first. Having it all being these blocks with the brick on top is not looking very good from this side. But what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, nobody asked you. Go away, go away, go away. Huh. Oops. That would have been awkward. Okay, so 7. 1. Yeah. So rude. Ain't no baptisms here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got, do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Oops. I just back up. Yeah, it's actually not bad if I do it that way. I know it should probably go all the way up. Okay, first off, let's take out... Back up this way. So we've got 2 bricks, one above the stairs, and then a stairs. So I take this out. Oops, one too many. Yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there, right? Okay, so that one's got a stair on top. And this said I'm not going to come out the second depth, because if I come out the second depth, I'll really block this window. Where am I here? And then let's just square off. Like, repeat this, I think. And then give it a roof, I guess. I don't know. Well, on the bright side of being close to the time, I can think about it. Print it down a little bit and see what I think of some of the designs. If I copy that one at the front, for angles, that should be half decent. And then we'll be taking out this whole row here and just extending the tower straight through. I'm still not sure if I like what I did by just squaring this off here. This one's kind of weird. So maybe I should copy how that corner goes. That would make sense. But this bit right in here just doesn't make sense to me. I'm wondering if it was just related to whatever the user had. We got 5 minutes left. You know what I'm going to do? I'm bantering on all afternoon about Lego. Off and on. So because I wanna, I'm going to squirrel the last couple of minutes and do a touch of Lego. So if this isn't your thing, feel free to, do your lurk or disappear. That's fine. I still intend to raid into Stormy. So a quick set here. We're just going to jump BRB. I'll be right back. I'm muttering to myself, I apologize. Alright. Let's go up to live. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Eek. Sorry for the extreme white balance issues. There we go. That's what happens when you're using a mat. More square. Okay, there we go. So we've got this far. We're working on the Slytherin house banner, and that's what we've got so far. It's a shelf. Strange place to start, but that's what it asked for. So you can see the instructions down in the corner, and this camera is driving me crazy. That's okay. Life is like that. There we go. Lego overhead cam. Just going to try and tell it, no, you cannot automatically give me the exposure. There we go. Alright. Much better. Still have the old hands, but we're here. So next step they want on the screen there is to take the piece that we've got, and we're going to add a couple little bits to the bottom. By the way, just so you guys are aware, we've only got 2 or 3 minutes left, so I'm just going to make sure that I don't mess that up by maxing it out at 5, I think. You gonna play? There we go. Alright, so we have ourselves just a couple little bits. 1, 2, and one of these sections. And then want us to just stack up. Of course I do it the other way. That's fine, it'll do. It's like playing Babe Pig in the City, you know? The original Babe. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, and then the next one is basically... I was going to say rinse and repeat, but it's not. And you've got a gold bit. And some sort of flat pieces. 1 and 2. Alright. I'm not any sort of Vanna White for this, by the way. It works. It does what it does. Okay, so we've got this little square edge, and it wants 2 pieces put in. Oh, I need 4 of those. Okay. 1, 2, 3 more. We have a block like that, and then one of those on the end, and rinse and repeat. Basically what it's doing is creating something that's not quite the same depth as this gray one, with a dot on either end of it. And those become our little shelf pieces, because it's going to want us to mount this section to the back, I'm sure. That's the way these sorts of things usually work. Okay, and then we've got a hinge. And it's going to, oh, other way around. It's just going to go on the bottom of the foot. And a square backing board. So flip her over, and this just snaps in on the back. Oops. How did I get that not straight? There we go. Hinge on the bottom, and that should, in a magic world, just snap in. Which it is not, because I'm Delenn. I do silly things sometimes. Okay, there we go. In and down. Wondering what I'm fussing with? There we go. And this one just doesn't want to in either. There we go. Nice solid snaps, I guess. You know it won't come off. And then on the other half, we've got 2 curved bits with a connector. Looks like what they've got on the picture. On the right-hand side? Yeah. Oh, it's right up at the top. Yeah, okay, good, that fits. And I'm assuming it's going to say rinse and repeat on the other side. And indeed it is. Okay, so we've got a square bit that goes in the middle. And then we have these, but in essence reversed, going on the other side. Alrighty. This will be our first hinge bit across the bottom. And then, what does it want to put on there? Sticker time! Yay! Okay, so we've got a big rectangle. And the sticker will be this one with the horn, drinking. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. It's a drinking horn. Like a crystal ball. And let's see if I can get this one on somewhat straight. Somewhat straight. Oh boy. I'm like, oh, that was straight, and then it wasn't centered. It's still not centered. Yeah, let's go the other way then. Left-right centering seems to be a problem for me today, so let's try and go the opposite direction. A bit high, but it will do. This is only for me, it's not like I'm going to try and sell this again, so it doesn't have to be dead center. And that fits in the gap in here. There we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bing! It says, you're done! Right? It does. So I'm not going to go on for too much longer. What I'm going to do is just this one because I already flipped to it. And then we've got one corner of the panel done. Like this. 2, 3. And then we're just flipping it over. And it just snaps onto the bottom of these 2 feet. Squared with the other piece. And that's it. You can see the start of the Slytherin banner, but it's also going to be a play set that sets up. And you can just let it sit, except of course it's gravity heavy at the top right now. But there we are. All right. So we are going to start our raid over to the fine Stormy Owl. Let's see if we can find it. There we are. Maybe we can get this one started. Oh. Kicked out. Why is it kicking out?
Mischief managed.
There we go. All right. So thank you everybody for popping by this evening. The next attempt at streaming for me will be tomorrow at noon Eastern or 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you very much for point spenders from Mr. Owl and Scrublord. Also, thank you very much to people like Neon and Tis for Truth, Benson, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, and as always, Mr. Owl, as well as Scrublord, Casey Grandma, and Hobozim for dropping by. If you were lurking and I did not call your name, just to be aware that you are very appreciated as well. And anyone is welcome to come in and just sit if they would rather. So, just before we raid out, I wanted to say happy birthday to Fantastic Sherlock Fox, and I hope that everybody has themselves a great evening. I will just say hello to Stormy and then drop out, but I wish you guys all have a great evening, great time, and I will see you later. Bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.